Hello everyone, this is Jeff Bird. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to take just a few minutes to introduce myself to you. I'm going to be the 8th grade science teacher for TNVA starting in January, so I'm working my way through the onboarding process right now. A little bit about me. I was born and raised here in Blount County, Tennessee. I graduated from William Blount High School, class of 1995. Hey, I know that makes me old. I attended Hiawassee Junior College for a couple of years and graduated from there with my associate's degree, and then moved to Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville. And there I graduated in December of 1999 with my bachelor's in education. I taught for 18 years. My first year was at Von Orr Elementary in Monroe County. I taught 8th grade language arts that first year and coached the girls' 7th and 8th grade basketball team. I think their record was in like 5 or 6 years, they had won maybe 2 or 3 games. The year I coached them, we won 3 or 4. So I think they thought I was a national championship caliber coach. I'm not sure, but anyhow. Um, During that year, my wife and I got married in 2001, and she was teaching at Greenback School as a 4th grade teacher, and a position came open in 2001 at Greenback for me to come in and to be the 5th grade language arts and social studies teacher. So I did that for 16 years, and my wife taught for 10, and then our sons were started coming on the scene. Our oldest is Brooks. I'll introduce it with a picture in a few minutes of him, and then later Braden. But Christy taught for 10 years. I taught for 16 at Greenback, and she got out to go into 31 to be a consultant for them and sold purses and things like that. She still does that on the side. She also has got into teaching at preschool at her church, and so is now the director of the preschool there. But I taught for 16 years at Greenback, and then my last year I got an opportunity to go to Montgomery Ridge Intermediate School in Maryville City, and I taught there for 1 year as a reading RTI teacher. I enjoyed doing that, but like most of us, I was at a point where I was kind of burnt out with education. I needed a break and saw a great opportunity to go into the world of health insurance. I did that for 2 years. I worked as an independent insurance agent and did okay with that. But, once you've taught all the years I did, it's just really hard to go into something else with that kind of passion. So an opportunity opened up for me to serve in Blount County schools as a substitute teacher. And once they found out that I was a licensed teacher, they began giving me opportunities to be an interim teacher. I did twice. I worked as an 8th grade science teacher. I did that for a couple of terms, and then also multiple times as a 5th grade language arts and social studies teacher. I enjoyed those opportunities, but as you know, it's to support a family on a substitute teacher budget or pay is hard to do, and so this opportunity arose a couple weeks ago to come on board with K-12, and I couldn't be happier. A little bit about my family. Let me do a quick introduction here. Let me move this around some. First of all, this is my wife, Christy. That's right there in the center. We are huge Atlanta Braves fans. I have been since I was a kid in the 1980s growing up, even when they were terrible. I still enjoyed the Braves, and I've always enjoyed them for most of my life. So it's kind of passed on to my family. They're huge Braves fans as well. So we try to go at least once a year, if not twice, to catch a game and just love that experience. Our oldest son I mentioned earlier, he is a sophomore at William Blount High School. He's very, very active in basketball. He's on the varsity team and the JV team, but his passion is baseball. He has loved baseball for a very long time, and so he loves to play third base and to pitch. So he's on the varsity team at William Blount, and also plays for the Nationals team out of Knoxville, the travel ball team. And we're constantly on the road with him for baseball. Our youngest son, Braden, he is a sixth grader at Carpenter's Middle School. He's developing the love of basketball. Has done well. It's been real fun to watch him grow into his ability as a basketball player. He's also a member of the William Blount shooting team, the skeet team, whatever you want to call that. He's gotten into that, and we've learned a lot about shooting skeet. He is also an avid outdoors fan, loves fishing and all those kind of things, and so those are things that he's really enjoying learning about. So I mentioned earlier about my wife, Christy. She was a teacher for 10 years, and after teaching, got into 31 cells doing that, and then I went to our church's preschool as a teacher, and now has been moved up to be the director of Stepping Stones. So she is learning a whole new role as well this year. A couple of things about me, my hobbies and favorite things. First of all, if you know anything about basketball or NBA basketball, then you know who the guy is there on the screen. That's my hero. I grew up as a big Larry Bird fan. Obviously, we have the same last name. It's spelled the same way. And so I've been a big fan of him since I was 5 years old. And I often debate with people. I think he was the best player of all time. So I did get an opportunity to meet him in 1997, I believe it was, at Knoxville. He signed an autograph for me. We talked for a little bit. I introduced myself to him, and it was just a cool experience for me. Had my picture made. Yes, we used film at that time. It wasn't digital. Unfortunately, Walmart ripped my film, so I don't have the picture. I wish I did. As I mentioned, I'm a huge Braves fan. Coca-Cola is my favorite. I often tell people, my wife sometimes gets after me about how much I like to drink that stuff, and she tries to encourage me to drink water. Ugh. But I'd rather have Coke. Favorite candy, M&Ms. You can't go wrong with peanut M&Ms and a Coke. That's heaven for me. Let's see what I have next here. Okay, so I put my contact information on there for you. As you see, it's JeffBird at tnva.com. I put my personal email there if you need to reach out to me, and then my cell phone as well. Feel free to contact me anytime. At night, I do turn off my notifications. I worked for a school one time where the teachers, they were texting all night long about what they were going to wear, and just I'd be sound asleep, my alerts would go off, and I'd have to check, and it's, are we wearing jeans? We're going to wear. I'm like, good gracious. So I turn my notifications off at nighttime so I can sleep. Thank you guys for this opportunity to get to know you. I look forward to meeting you as we go throughout the rest of the year. As I tell my students, I'm learning this. This is a whole new process for me, teaching virtually or teaching by computer. Something I always dreamed of doing as a younger teacher, but now I'm doing it, and I'm older now, so I'm learning this whole new process. And so I thank you all for your patience as I go through this learning curve that you all have been through. You're ahead of me, so I am an old dog, but hopefully I can learn some new tricks as we go along. If there's ever anything I can do to help you out, please feel free to let me know. If there's something I need to do to improve in my teaching, I'm coachable. I love learning from other people what was successful, what's worked for them in this new method of teaching. So don't be afraid to let me know or give me some advice or feedback, whatever you think I may need. Anyhow, it's a pleasure meeting you guys virtually. I hope you have a blessed day, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you very much.